This is a special weather briefing for high winds, extreme fire danger, and blowing dust expected today, Thursday, April 17th. My name is Connor Denhart, a lead meteorologist with the National Weather Service in El Paso. So the main headline today is that we will see extreme fire danger due to high winds and very dry conditions. So critical to extreme fire weather conditions. There is a risk for new wildfire starts, and any fires that develop have a potential to spread rapidly due to the dry and windy conditions. Widespread winds out of the southwest, 30 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts up to 65 miles per hour for some of the high terrain and east slopes of southern New Mexico. There is a high wind warning in effect for those areas and a red flag warning out for all zones until 9 p.m. There will also be blowing dust affecting portions of the I-10 corridor, US 54, and lower Interstate 25 corridors near Las Cruces through 8 p.m. today. So here's the situation we're facing. We have a developing surface low over the central high plains, and pretty much all of New Mexico behind that developing surface low will have a high wind risk throughout the late morning and afternoon hours today. Strong southwest flow with winds increasing during the late morning throughout the afternoon hours. Combining with the dryness will contribute to high fire danger and areas of blowing dust this afternoon. So we do have a high wind warning. Again, these are your zones, much of Sierra County, some of the higher terrain of southern New Mexico, as well as the east slopes of the San Andres and Oregon Mountains have the potential to see the strongest gusts today, peak gusts up to 65 miles per hour this afternoon. An hourly wind forecast for El Paso gives you an idea of when we expect the winds to start increasing. Generally that 9 to 10 a.m. time frame this morning, and then throughout the entire afternoon we'll be seeing those strong gusty conditions well into the overnight hours tonight. Today's max wind gusts, again, focused on portions of southwest and central New Mexico, where we'll see some of the strongest wind gusts, a lot of gusts to 50 miles per hour with a few isolated gusts in the lower 60s. Wind gust probability, this is your probability of reaching that 50 mile per hour threshold on your left, and on your right is your probability of reaching 60 miles per hour this afternoon. We do have strong fire weather concerns along with these winds. Critically dry fuels, especially in our forested areas, have increased the wildfire risk. The combination of high wind and dry conditions will lead to critical to extreme fire risk this afternoon. This is the fire weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, showing a high-end outlook of extremely critical fire danger through much of the I-25 corridor today, extending into the Black Range and eastern portions of the Gila National Forest. But you'll also notice critical fire danger almost area-wide outside of that extremely critical condition through central New Mexico. Looking at a few weather parameters for fire weather along with those high winds, extremely dry conditions, single-digit relative humidity this afternoon through much of the New Mexico lowlands and even some of the high terrain. And on your right here is the red flag threat index showing yellow is your critical and orange is your extreme fire danger, which matches really well with the Storm Prediction Center outlook today. Along with the fire danger and along with the wind, we will also expect blowing dust. This will affect mainly the lowlands of southern New Mexico and far west Texas between 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. this afternoon. So the strong winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour will result in areas of visibility less than 1 mile in several areas. So our known dust sources around Luna County, Doña County, and even El Paso County could see very low visibility this afternoon with dense blowing dust. So keep that in mind today. Dust potential this afternoon, these are some of your areas where we are most confident in widespread blowing dust, visibility less than 1 mile in those areas in red, but hazy conditions, low visibility can extend throughout much of southwest and south central New Mexico as well as far west Texas, including El Paso County this afternoon. So again, an overview: high wind warning until 8 p.m. today, red flag warning until 9 p.m., and blowing dust advisories until 8 p.m. today. El Paso is under a wind advisory, not a high wind warning. And then tomorrow, a repeat of several of these hazards. The winds won't be as strong on Friday as they will be this afternoon, but still fairly strong and warranting some of these advisories and warning products for tomorrow as well. Dangerous travel, especially along those north-south oriented roadways, high-profile vehicles. It's going to be difficult to drive along those north-south roadways today. Very low visibility due to blowing dust, especially for El Paso, Doniana, and Luna counties in particular. Loose objects, we could see power outages up there in the forests because of the fire risk and the high winds. And any wildfires that do develop have the potential to be explosive in terms of growth. So just safety graphic for dust storms, another safety graphic for red flag. And here's our contact information. Feel free to call our office for any particular needs, or if you have any specific support to request, give us a call. Thank you.